From Austin Jackson. My grandfather was Clarence Risner, the former president of the National Knife Collectors Association and founder of C. Risner Cutlery. Clarence grew up in the hills of eastern Kentucky. When he was 9 years old, his father passed away after returning home from World War II with TB. The oldest of 7 siblings, Clarence helped his mother raise the family during his childhood. Wanting to serve his country and earn a college tuition, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy upon graduating high school. Clarence served on board the Essex-class aircraft carrier USS Lake Champlain CV-39 as a boilerman shipboard petty officer from 1952 to 1956. He was deployed to the Korean Peninsula, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Caribbean Sea. During his time in service, he earned the National Defense Service Medal, the United Nations Service Medal, and the Korean Service Medal with one engagement star. My grandfather's service in the U.S. Navy was one of many things that inspired me to serve in the U.S. military. He would often tell me stories about his time in the U.S. Navy while on board the USS Lake Champlain, and those stories were my inspiration behind the Lake Champlain Barlow. My grandfather would always tell me, there's a story behind every knife. So I ask you, what story will your knife have? Okay, my very non-scientific method, but it kind of usually does confirm what I've felt in terms of the pull weight, or really what the strength of the backspring spring is. I'll go in about 1 inch, level this out, and see approximately what pressure I have to put to release this. Not too bad. It was only about 2 pounds of pressure to release this lock, 1 inch, about 1 inch in. Oh, no, 3. All right, let's do it once more. About 3.47 is what I saw. So I'm going to say 3.47. Let's go ahead and compare that to the Ohio River Jack, which definitely feels a lot lighter. Yeah, I saw it pop up to 2.9. See if it's about similar. Yeah, the pull weight is much, much lighter. This only like went up to 2.1, 2.9 even. Let's try the, this is the Big Bro Jack from Jack Wolf Knives. And this one is pretty stout. Yeah, this is a little bit stronger pull weight on this one. That one got up to like 5 pounds. It definitely is fairly hefty. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. Yeah, that one definitely shot up into the 4.9 pounds. So the back spring on the Big Bro Jack is a fairly bit stronger than this one on the Lake Champlain, and then which is stronger than even the Ohio River Jack. What's up, YouTubers? Today we're going to talk about the Lake Champlain Barlow. This is a slip joint. This is the second design by Austin Jackson, proprietor of C. Risner Cutlery. C. Risner Cutlery, but you can find it on the web under traditionalpocketknives.com. So this is a very beautiful option. Wow. All I can say is I didn't need to carry this one long and just handle it, use it a little bit to know this is prime time. Let me go ahead and show it into a. This is a traditionalpocketknives.com. I think this is the standard size, not the tall slip. So it fits in just to the top there. So it's been a perfect fit. This is the one I've been using for pretty much most of mine. They're not Jack Wolves. It works really, really well. They sell those there too. It's like $30. So yeah, not here to sell those. It's a great fit for the smaller knives as well as the bigger ones. This knife weighs 3.3 ounces, has a 3.3-inch blade. I know, very a little bit telling there. Of M390 Super Steel, it prices at $200. There are lots of cover choices. This particular one is the Toxic Green Camo Carbon. There are a couple different kinds of micarta. There's actually full titanium. And this one, by the way, it actually utilizes titanium integrated bolsters that are actually integral to the frame there itself. So you can get, like I said, you can get full titanium ones with great jigging on it, and then there's a line pattern there's a lot of different options for this knife. And I got to tell you, the reason I'm kind of pushing this review out is because they're starting to disappear relatively quick. We're going to talk about the Ohio River Jack in just a second, but those lasted a little bit longer. In fact, they're still available for sale. So this is one that I really think, if you're interested in it, I just want to give, a hands-on opinion of it, of somebody who's had a few hundred knives, and then you might decide to go relatively quick. So again, we talked about the fact that it uses, basically, it's a Barlow pattern, so it has this nice hefty bolster, but it is integral to the framing right there. And then you have these covers here, which, are mated really, really well. Not perfect. There's one small, oh, it was this side. There's one small little jump there between the carbon, but nearly perfect. Oops, I'm jumping into some of the good things already, the pros. Let's go ahead and show some comparison knives to this. Of course, I made mention of the first design by Austin, which was the Ohio River Jack. It came in 3-blade patterns. This is the sheep's foot. Also, by the way, this clip point blade, this is the clip point blade. There is a sheep's foot pattern as well. And you'll notice right here off the bat this is a full grind and it's a hollow grind, versus you had kind of your lower saber height grinds on the Ohio River Jack. So another great improvement. There's just so many good improvements on this one. The Ohio River Jack originally went for, I think, 150 to 175, maybe up to 200, but those are actually, still has some available for 125. I think you can see that it's definitely a lot bit bigger than that. And then this is the Jack Wolf Knives Big Bro Jack. This gives you an idea of a clip point, and that's no slouch itself, a decently sized clip point, but this one really almost dwarfs it. This is a full in your hand slip joint, so that's definitely an option. And then the last one, these are kind of tougher to get. That one goes for $300, by the way. The last one, and this is just one of the blades. This is an 82 model from Great Eastern Cutlery, and this is the particular clip point, California clip point blade. This is a handful of a slip joint, and you take a look, and they're about the same length. That one I got used on the market for about $200. So, in this price range, this is really high-end stuff. Let's jump into the pros of this knife. This is a big boy hand-filling knife. Medium-large glove size, and you can get a full grip on this one. So really, really good, I think. The hollow ground blade cuts ridiculously well. It's just, it slices like nobody's business. In fact, the blade stock on this one, I can go ahead and show it real quick, is the exact same as, it's 0.11 inches, the same as the Ohio River Jacks. But with that hollow grind and the full height hollow grind there, you get ridiculously thin behind the edge. So really, really good. And as far as the heat treat goes on it, I did not use this for a whole lot of time. Usually I'll try to carry a knife for several weeks, if not a month, before I make an opinion. But like I said, these are kind of moving pretty quick. So I just wanted to get this review out there, in case you're on the fence especially. But I haven't, that one performed beautifully. The M390 steel on it. The heat treat was fine. Never had to sharpen those. And still going. And you know what? I have no reason to believe that the heat treat won't be just fine on this one as well. This has a comfortable, so it's comfortable to put your hand up there if you need to, but yet crispy spine. You saw that on the front side montage, that the spine was great at actually throwing a ferro spark, plus the back spring had enough tension to withhold. Yes, you could and probably should do it in the closed position, but who's going to want to melt or mess up and get ferrocerium, hot ferrocerium on their carbon fiber there? I don't want to, so it's kind of just, a little feature. And like I said, it's not so sharp that it kind of is uncomfortable. So great thing there. So many different color choices. Again, this is the camo carbon. There's like, I don't know, gosh, of the camo carbon or the various carbon fibers, maybe 4 or 5 of those, and then the 2 integrated, full titanium. So that's a great thing on this one. The 2-sided long pole, I love it. There's one side and there's the other. So I love that. It's in place of a traditional nail nick, which you don't really necessarily need on this one. You can actually do the easy pull with just your fingers. But if you so choose to use that, you can use it right-handed or left-handed. Super kudos for that. And then one thing I already talked about is the carbon fiber mating is nearly perfect. So what's wrong with this knife? Well, I did find one thing, and I'll tell you that it's as much a function of carbon fiber and how difficult it is to work with than anything else. But there are a few voids in the carbon fiber on mine. Like, you can't really see them; they don't show up too well. But where's the one? Yeah, I can feel it right there. There's a void back here which catches decently solidly my fingernail on it. Not a huge deal. Carbon fiber is very difficult to work with. Even when you get down to like 1,000 and 2,000 grit sandpapers, it's very difficult to get that sort of stuff. But that being said, you know, that might justify why I've had several Jack Wolf, not a single void on any of the carbon fiber. So that's it, folks. This knife, if you're into slip joints, you want a full-sized one, 3.3 inches, still light enough, fits in your pocket, a nice slip, not too thick, but hand-filling. Boy, I gotta tell you, this is an extremely compelling buy. Overall, I would say that Clarence Risner would be very proud of this, and I'm super proud to have one of these. I'm actually gonna go forward and save a little money and buy one of these sheep's foots, because this model, this is a winner. So hope this was of use. If not, interesting, and I appreciate the like and subscribe if it was. Take care.